area that swept liquidity, and we expect that if price does that retest, then price will give us the possibility of jumping in, and we'll be able to jump in for that initial move downwards, where again we will work with price for it to just do that again, liquidity sweep much lower down. So we can actually get into this trade, because what this trade is, this is a trade that is doing a liquidity sweep, so we should expect a rapid move downwards now that price has revisited the area that swept liquidity. So we open the trade, we are in with our sell order, and then we are going to place our stops just above this. This should be our protector high, this move. So let's see how many that's a good $127. And then what we would like to do at this point is we are going to place our take profit at potentially this level right here. Okay, so hopefully price gives us a good reaction and we'll pick up a quick $300. There should also be liquidity below these lows right here. So again, at this point, we have quite a decision to make. But for now, we can just comment. We can just comment, set our TP right here. So as that happens, our work now is just to be patient. Yeah. So our work will be to be patient, and hopefully we can make some good money and add to our capital position, so that us in a very good place as we start the week. So again, what we want to what we want to check is to see whether in the previous low that was formed, whether that liquidity was used up. So we just take our measuring tool, and using our measuring tool, we check to see what time that was, because as you can see, maybe if I can expand this a little bit, yeah. So as you can see, there's this area here of equal lows. So you would expect that there was liquidity built up here. So from the date below of the measuring tool, we can see that happened on the 26th at 6 o'clock. Equal lows was set. So now again was there, yeah. So there's this candlestick right here, which took the market away from this zone once this point was touched. So yeah, unfortunately this has been used up. Meanwhile, what we can do is we can just check and see. What the risk to reward ratio for this lovely trade setup is. So you can see there 6.7 or 674, and then down here we can see this is 236. So that would be a nice 1 to 4 risk to reward ratio. Yeah, and as this trade goes on, we we'll definitely switch to the lower time frame just to see what price is doing in the lower time frame. Right. So in the lower time frame, I developed a method of checking to see what price is doing, and so I expect that on the 1 minute chart that price will touch the 13 period EMA at least 4 times before now. Price will then go back and do a full reversal. So as you can see clearly on the 1 minute time frame, we are definitely on a downtrend, because as you see here, we are now forming new lower lows and lower highs as well. So there's been a break of structure right here. We'll get some very nice price action. Look at that strong candle. So we're gonna just try and be patient as price moves, having already done the buy side liquidity sweep. So hopefully it will come down and price will now turn after it's done the sell side liquidity sweep. Yeah. So there's also another challenge that I'm in, and I'm definitely going to be showing you guys that challenge right now. I'll tell you more about what it is, and you really want to stick around for this. Yeah, so again, price is moving very nicely. On the 15-minute chart, we can switch back to the 1 minute chart. Yeah, you can see price has moved very strongly, and it's gone quite far away from the 13 EMA. So what happens when I see such a price action? Then what I want to do is I want to really move this take profit so that I can take advantage of the full profit that's being offered by this move. Yes. Yeah. Seems it's going to be a good trading day. And the beauty about this move, this move has been powered just by simply understanding the concept of liquidity. See, let's see what price will do at this point. Right, we again switch to the 1 minute time frame. Well, price has moved quite far. So as price continues to move, so we'll start to really monitor our charts closely. If price now starts to move closer to this 13 EMA, because after 4 touches, then that means price will be ready to now stage a reversal. Right. So we switch back to the 15-minute chart. Okay, I've chickened out a bit. So the reason why I've chickened out a bit is because I wish I could stay in and see if this move goes longer. But two reasons. Two reasons why I've chickened out and stepped out of manually stepped out of that move. So as we've seen, price has gotten to this significant area where I expect there is liquidity buildup. So there's liquidity buildup here, and there's also liquidity buildup below these lows. And you can see that price has come crashing, and once it got to that area, it started to hesitate quite a bit. So it's likely that once price hesitates in that area, that price might then start to reverse from that point. So as I was saying, you of course you would expect that on the 1 minute chart there will be several touches. So it's likely that price will hesitate at this point, make the 4 touches, and then once it does the 4 touches, there you go. You see already this gap and then the first touch on the 13 EMA. So this is the first touch. So if price separates from the 13 EMA and then touches it another time, and then another time, and then another time, once we count this as the first one, and then we count this as the second one, we count the third, and then we count the fourth, then price will be reversing in this direction. Okay, so again, it's important for us to also see what price is doing at a slightly higher time frame. So we will switch from the 1 minute time frame to the 15-minute time frame. So, and we observe that. But this is definitely a liquidity sweep. What we are witnessing currently is definitely a liquidity sweep. Price is showing a very interesting reaction. And this is one of the possibilities that we anticipated, that price having done a buy-side liquidity sweep, the buy-side liquidity sweep will fuel the move down so that it can come and do the sell-side liquidity sweep So it appears at this point that price is actually doing a sell side liquidity sweep. So our work right now, having taken quick profits, our work right now is just to observe what price is doing, so that if price confirms that it's done, sell side liquidity sweep, and if this move proves to be a sell side liquidity sweep, then we will be looking for to go in and take a trade, take a long position trade. Again, we just switch to H1 so that we see what potential moves there are. And that's definitely a liquidity sweep from H1. If I can expand this and just explain, we see that these are equal lows right here. Okay, not equal lows in the strict sense, but these lows here would likely have caused there to be an accumulation of liquidity below here. Right. So you see on H1, there's this wick right here, which would have swept liquidity. All right. This again is a very interesting action of price, but we wait and see. Remember, at any one time, we are only going to be interested in what price is doing at certain points of interest. And why this, the area that currently is under observation, the area that we are currently observing is what we call a point of interest, is because of all of this. Right? The fact that price really hung around here for different sessions means that there's a lot of liquidity. There's a lot of potential liquidity sitting below these lows right here, which is what price has taken out with these three strong candles. Okay, so yeah. Yeah. Um, Looking at the trade now, I'm starting to feel like I jumped out a little bit too early because I'm just seeing this zone right here and also this zone right here. And in my view, I'm not seeing like any of this, any liquidity below these lows has been taken advantage of. So let's wait and see. Probably price comes down here and liquidates orders below here and here, or price decides to just turn from where it is. So again, as price develops, it looked like there would have been a sharp reaction in this direction. But again, price seems to be showing that it's going to be doing a continuation. So let's wait and see. Yeah, so as price is doing the bounces of the 13 EMA, the bottom side, so the 13 EMAs have to be doing lower lows for it to count. So as you can see, this is the first place where price touched the 13 EMA on the 1 minute time frame. This is the second one. This does not count because this low is not lower than this. So what's likely going to happen is price is going to come down here, and then the 13 EMA will come lower and form a lower low. And now when price touches that will count now as the third one. But as it is, these are only two valid touches to the 13 EMA. Yeah, so we take a break and we just let the price develop, and then after that we will reevaluate our charts and see where we go from there. See you again soon.